Hey, Jamie! Do you have a moment to talk? This can't wait. It's about the trip we're taking that starts bright and early tomorrow morning.
Right now? Sure, what's going on? Everything okay? We leave in less than 24 hours, and the last thing I need is a last-minute curveball thrown at me. I've been so excited to finally get away and relax with just the family.
Well, this has to do with a trip we've been planning for months. The one we saved up for and talk about endlessly. Remember the relaxing getaway with just you, me, and my parents? The chance to finally unwind after all this craziness at work and around the house?
The family trip? The one where we finally get some quality time together after all this hustle and bustle? Don't tell me the flights got canceled or something. I swear, if we have to reschedule again, I might lose it.
Nothing that drastic. But listen up. Quinn is going to be coming along with us.
Quinn? What? Quinn is going to be coming along with us on this trip? The family trip. The one specifically designated for just the four of us. A chance to reconnect and rebuild some bridges after these past few stressful months?
That's right. After talking with Quinn yesterday about the trip we plan to take, she mentioned she was itching to get away and unwind. So I invited her along to join us on this fun family adventure.
Wait, what do you mean? You just invited her along? You said it so casually like that. This is a huge problem, Carlo. Tomorrow is when we're all planning on heading out. There's no way we can just add another person to the mix at the last minute. We haven't booked an extra room, there won't be enough food, and honestly, this throws the entire dynamic of the trip off balance.
Quinn said that she'll be ready by the crack of dawn tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about her holding us up. She's already started packing a suitcase while we're here speaking. Trust me, she'll be rearing to go and won't cause any trouble.
Wait, I'm not worried about the fact that she'll be packed or not for the trip. Do you realize that this trip is a family trip? And that means that it's just meant to be between us and your parents, right? And well, you're asking for a random person to come and join us on this trip that's supposed to be only for the family. I'm not sure how I feel about this whole situation, Carlo. It throws everything off balance. This was supposed to be our time to reconnect, not some social gathering for old friends you haven't mentioned tagging along until now.
What do you mean, random person? Quinn is a longtime friend of mine, right? We've known each other ever since we were in diapers. Practically grew up together. She's been to countless family barbecues. Remembers all our childhood inside jokes. Heck, she's practically another sibling. Don't you remember the time you all got into trouble for stuffing the neighbor's inflatable pool flamingo in the school fountain?
Sure, to you, maybe. But let's be honest, Carlo, I barely know the woman. We've exchanged a few awkward hellos at gatherings, and that's about the extent of it. This is a family trip, a chance for us to reconnect and rediscover the spark that seems to have faded lately, not some social gathering for your childhood buddies. Don't you remember what we talked about for months? Quality time. Just the two of us. A chance to rebuild the foundation of our relationship.
You don't have to be worked up over here, Jamie. She's not some kind of lurking danger out to steal your husband. Quinn's easygoing, fun to be around. The kind of person who brightens up any room with her infectious laughter. Honestly, I think you two would hit it off perfectly. Maybe you could finally have a girlfriend you can confide in. You know, someone who understands the pressures of married life.
Oh, fantastic. Because that's what I crave on a family vacation. Bonding with a complete stranger over gossip and cocktails. Look, Carlo, this isn't about personalities or making new friends. This trip has been planned for months, and reservations made for a specific number of people. Adding another person last minute throws a wrench in the whole thing. We talked about romantic dinners on the beach, long walks hand in hand, not fending off awkward conversations with the third wheel.
Relax. The resort won't bat an eyelid about one extra person. They're not the hospitality police, are they? And besides, they can just bring an extra breakfast tray or two. It's not like they're rationing the croissants. You're seriously overthinking this, Jamie. Think of it as an opportunity to expand your social circle.
Overthinking? The car situation alone is a logistical nightmare. Our car can barely fit 4 people comfortably, let alone squeeze another adult in. We'd be packed in like sardines, Quinn with her knees practically in your lap. This romantic getaway is starting to feel more like a clown car on wheels.
Aha! Problem solved. Quinn can ride shotgun with me. Mom and Dad can cuddle up in the back. And you can take a relaxing bus ride to the resort. Think of it as some me time before the family fun begins. You can unwind, listen to some music, maybe even catch up on that book you've been meaning to read.
What? Why me? This whole trip was meticulously planned for quality time between us. A chance to reconnect after a whirlwind year. Taking a bus alone throws a wrench into the entire romantic getaway vibe I was hoping for. We were supposed to be gazing into each other's eyes under the moonlight, not me staring out a bus window at passing scenery.
Come on, relax. Quinn's practically family, remember? She wouldn't dream of causing any trouble. In fact, she's incredibly easygoing and fun to be around. The kind of person who lights up any room with her infectious laughter. Honestly, I think you two would get along swimmingly. Maybe you could finally have a girlfriend you can confide in. You know, someone who understands the pressures of married life and can relate to the things we go through.
Oh, fantastic. Because what I crave most on a couple's retreat is bonding with a complete stranger over gossip and swapping stories about our significant others. Look, Carlo, forget personalities for a second. This trip has been planned for months and reservations made for a specific number of people. Adding another person last minute disrupts the entire flow. We talked about romantic dinners on the beach, whispered secrets under the stars, not fending off awkward conversation with a third wheel who knows all your childhood secrets.
The resort won't bat an eyelash at one extra person. They're not the hospitality police, are they? Besides, they can just bring an extra breakfast tray or two. It's not like they have a croissant quota. You're seriously overthinking this, Jamie. Think of it as an opportunity to expand your social circle beyond your boring routine and maybe make a new friend.
Overthinking? The car situation alone is a logistical nightmare. Our car's a sardine can with 4 people, let alone squeezing another adult in. We'd be packed in like sardines. Quinn with her knees practically in your lap and your parents fighting over who gets the armrest. This romantic getaway is starting to feel more like a clown car on wheels with a soundtrack of squished bodies and bickering.
Aha! Problem solved then. Quinn can ride shotgun with me. Mom and Dad can cuddle up in the back. And you can take a relaxing bus ride to the resort. Think of it as a little me time before the family fun begins. You can unwind, listen to some music, maybe even catch up on that book you've been meaning to read, and use the peace and quiet to contemplate the brilliance of my solution.
Huh? And then there's the whole room situation at the resort. Remember, we booked 2 rooms in that suite, right? One for your parents and one for us. A chance for some long overdue intimacy. Well, apparently, according to your brilliant plan, Quinn gets to shack up with you, and I get to be smothered by your parents' snoring and early morning routines. This is getting progressively worse, Carlo. Besides, we can't just magically add another person to the reservation, can we? It's too late. I'm sorry, but having Quinn tag along is a hard no from me. Go tell her it's not happening.
But if I tell her no now, she'll be crushed. She's been looking forward to this trip for the past couple of hours ever since I invited her. Honestly, it'll be fine. If the resort has any issues with it, I'll personally cover the extra cost. That should make you happy, right?
What? When we were planning this trip, you specifically mentioned that you wouldn't be contributing a dime towards my expenses. I had to use my entire bonus from this year to pay for everything. But suddenly, when it comes to Quinn, you're all in on footing the bill? This is starting to feel a little suspicious.
What's suspicious? Stop trying to twist things like that. Now, are we good on this whole Quinn thing?
No, we're not good. Let's get one thing straight. Quinn isn't some childhood friend you haven't seen in years. According to your mom, who seems to know more about your past than I do, you two actually dated for a while back in the day. So, to clarify, you're bringing your ex-girlfriend on a family trip with your parents and your wife? This isn't some kind of twisted joke, is it? Because if it is, I'm not laughing. And for your information, jealousy has nothing to do with it. This is about honesty and respect. Two things that seem to be missing from this conversation.
What's gotten into you? You jealous of her or something? You're such a loser for being jealous of someone like her.
This is not about me being jealous of her. This is about the family trip that I had to plan out and then pay for. This is about me wondering why, out of all the people you plan to bring along on this trip last minute, you chose to want to bring your ex-girlfriend. And why are we still talking about her? As though you want to be around her all the time? I'm your wife. Why do you want her around you all the time on this trip when I'm the person you're supposed to love? This is all completely screwed up.
Oh, you are such a pain in my neck. Jamie, I have told you already that Quinn is just a longtime friend of mine now. And that's it. And the only reason we dated in the past is because both of our families are friends with each other. Being around one another all the damn time will lead us to trying out the dating life with one another, right? And let's be honest, you came far later than her in my life. So just give it up and deal with her.
Deal with her? What? You're going to mess up all the plans I worked so hard on making the day before the trip, when you never once helped me in any way setting all this up. I had to reserve the resort and pay for all that. I had to reserve all the food and pay for that. And I'm supposedly the one paying for gas? But now you want me to ride the bus there separately and then stay in a room with your mom and dad? You really think I'm just going to deal with all of that? You have no right.
Ah, jeez. You're being so freaking rude now. My mom said this was fine having Quinn join us. I just got off the phone with her a little bit ago, and she said she'd love to have Quinn on the family trip. Even my dad said it would be alright to have her tag along. So right now, it's 3-1. And the three of us want her to come along.
Huh? You're telling me that both your parents are fine with this as well? They're fine with both the car situation and the resort?
Yes, they both are. The only person that's against all of this is you. Alright, can you give up on fighting me on this and just let it be? I think it's best that you stop trying to piss me off any further, alright? I hate having to deal with jealous women with you right now.
Is that so? Alright then. Then go ahead and do whatever you guys want and ask for tomorrow. I'll be taking the bus instead.
Now, was that so hard? You could have just started with all that and we would have been completely fine. Now I'm going to get all your things out of the car and put them in the garage. And I'm going to let Quinn know that she can bring her stuff over whenever to put in the trunk. Thanks, Jamie. Hey, wait a minute. Jamie, where is the key to the car? It's not where it normally should be. Right now, everyone is at the house ready to take off. Mom and Dad and Quinn. Since I don't have the key on me, I can't even unlock the car. Did you have any idea where it might have been left? My stomach's turning like a washing machine on high spin. Here we are, finally ready to head out, and now this?
I happen to have it on me right now. Did you need it? Or were you planning on leaving me stranded here?
What? Wait, you're already on the way to the resort now, right? Perfect. Relief washed over me momentarily.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to the resort right now. The bus actually arrived a little earlier than expected, so I'm just here waiting on you guys at the bus stop. And the spare key for the car is also in my purse. Convenient, isn't it?
Huh? What the hell were you thinking? You have both the car keys on you, which means that all of us won't be able to take the car. How are the four of us supposed to get to the resort now? Stuck here like chumps?
Well, you could have at least considered letting me know about this whole bringing Quinn along thing.
Well, Jamie, are you trying to piss me off right now? This whole thing was a surprise for everyone.
Who do you think is more pissed off at the moment? I think that I am far more pissed off than you are, and I have been all day. You wouldn't believe the knot that's been forming in my stomach since you dropped that bomb on me.
Huh? What's gotten you so riled up? I genuinely couldn't understand why you were so upset.
This was the family trip that I put all my time into planning and then had to pay for with all my bonus. And do you think that you can just start inviting whoever you want to come along a day before we leave? Especially someone who clearly has designs on you?
Hold on. Designs? Quinn and I are just friends.
And what's worse is you wanted to bring along your longtime friend, who also happens to be your ex-girlfriend, and have her ride in the car with you all while making me take the train. And then you want me sleeping in a small room with both your parents while you and her get to share a bed together. How much more inconsiderate could you possibly be?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sharing a bed? Where did you even get that idea?
Don't play dumb with me, Carlo. After something like that, I'm not sure I'll be able to fathom the freaking nerve you have. And the fact that your parents agreed with you on that says a lot of things to me. So I'm done with you being such a pain in my neck. I'm going to get a divorce from you, and then you can be with your ex-girlfriend all you want.
Uh-huh. Wait. Hold on a second. Divorce? Calm the heck down. Do you have any idea what a divorce even is? This was getting way out of hand.
Are you going to keep acting like a fool, Carlo? I know dang well what a divorce means. It will allow you to finally shed the charade of a happy marriage and shackle yourself to that woman you've been pining after for who knows how long. Don't you dare try to downplay it. All this time I've been pouring my heart and soul into building a life with you, and you've been secretly building a future with someone else? The betrayal cuts deeper than any knife ever could, you know?
Wait, a divorce? Are you freaking kidding me right now? You can't seriously be considering throwing away everything we have over a misunderstanding. We've built a life together. Years of memories. Shared dreams. You can't just toss that all aside on a whim?
A misunderstanding? You call all this sneaking around and secret rendezvous a misunderstanding? I see. So it's perfectly acceptable in your book to flaunt your affair in front of your wife by inviting your ex on a family trip? Well, guess what? The party's over, Carlo. The jig is up. And for once, I'm not going to be the one left holding the empty bag. This family trip you so conveniently forgot to mention Quinn on, it's the last one we'll ever take together. As a family, that is. This trip was supposed to be a chance to rebuild the foundation of our marriage, not witness its final agonizing crumble.
Cheating on you? With Quinn? You have to be out of your mind. I told you a million times. There's nothing going on between us. We're just friends. You're letting your jealousy cloud your judgment. We've been through rough patches before, but nothing we couldn't work through together. Don't let this destroy everything we've built.
Jealousy? Don't insult my intelligence, Carlo. I have been far too trusting for far too long. But let me tell you something. That friend of yours has a very loose definition of friendship. Remember all those late nights you had to work? The ones that conveniently coincided with Quinn's business trips to the same city? Well, I don't need to be a private investigator to figure out what you were really up to.
What? There's no way you could possibly know.
Oh, I know, Carlo. I know everything. Every stolen kiss, every whispered secret. And thanks to Quinn's inability to keep her conquest a secret, I even have photographic evidence. Naked pictures of you two, entangled in bed, hotel receipts with both your names on them. The list goes on. The proof is undeniable. A cruel slap in the face wrapped in a glossy photo.
Wait, those pictures? They were taken out of context. It wasn't what it looked like.
Out of context, huh? And what about the voicemails on my phone? The ones where you lie about working late just to meet up with her again? Don't play the innocent victim with me, Carlo. You've been a wolf in sheep's clothing for too long. It's time to face the consequences of your actions. The mask has finally slipped, revealing the deceitful man beneath.
No, hold on. You have this all wrong. I love you, Jamie. You're the only woman for me. Please, let's just talk about this calmly. Maybe there's still a chance to salvage what's left of our marriage.
Calmly? The only thing calm about me right now is the cold, hard fury simmering beneath the surface. Love you? Maybe so, but apparently not enough to resist the allure of a little something on the side. And the worst part? You think I'm the crazy one here?
Jamie, please.
Save it, Carlo. A lawyer will be hearing from me very soon. In the meantime, you can enjoy your little surprise with Quinn. Just remember, this family vacation will be the last happy memory we ever share. It will be a constant reminder of your betrayal, a bitter aftertaste that will linger long after the suntan fades.
You're wrong. You have this all completely wrong. Hey, can we please take a moment to discuss all of this in person? We can all get on the bus right now and meet you there to talk this all over. Let's not do anything rash, alright? There has to be a way to work through this.
Well, if you want to drag yourselves all the way out here, then be my guest. But there's no place for you guys to stay here, all right? Don't even think about showing up here expecting some luxurious hotel room or a comfy spot on the couch.
What? Wait, but we still have the other room, right? We reserved 2 rooms for the 5 of us. We can't just be left stranded out here with nowhere to sleep.
The 5 of us? You must be hallucinating again, Carlo. I only ever reserved 1 room. And it's a larger room for my sister and my parents to all stay in with me. There wouldn't be any space left for a single bed bug, let alone another person.
Huh? But what about all the plans we made together? This trip was supposed to be a chance for us to reconnect as a family.
Well, I'd always planned for us to all share one large family room, but I didn't want to waste it all myself, especially since there would be way too much food for just me to eat. So guess what? I decided to put that extra space to good use. I asked my parents and my older sister to come out and join in on the fun. So even if you did come on the next bus, there wouldn't be a room here open for you guys. And since it's the middle of spring break, I'm not so sure you'll find a vacancy at any of the hotels or resorts here. But hey, if you all really want to come out here and test your luck, then get ready to sleep out in a park somewhere. Maybe you can cuddle up with some raccoons for warmth.
Well, Jamie, You asked your family to come along without asking me for permission first? This is supposed to be a trip for my family to go on, not yours.
Well, well, well. How does the taste of your own medicine feel, huh, Carlo? Who is the one that invited a complete stranger on this family trip without ever asking me first? Go ahead and get mad at me all you want for this. But this has made us even now. Remember when I said I wasn't going to let all this happen anymore? Well, here we are. I'm no longer taking any of your crap, and I'm going to be serving what you've given me right back. You wanted a little extramarital fling on the side? Now you get to enjoy a lovely spring break vacation. Alone.
Wait, no way. I'm telling you that I really have not been cheating on you. You have to believe me.
Oh, here we go again. Save it, Carlo. I love watching you squirm like a worm on a hot sidewalk. Just know that you simply saying you've not been cheating isn't going to do anything for you. I have loads of evidence that says otherwise. Prepare yourself for the truth to come crashing down on you like a tidal wave.
Now, you seriously are making a huge mistake right now. Just freaking believe me. This whole thing is a misunderstanding.
All you have to say to me anymore is that I'm the one who's misunderstanding things. And not once have you apologized to me yet. I guess even now, while you're caught red-handed, you still think everything you've done isn't wrong.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. I made a big mistake this time. I'm so dang sorry for everything I did to you recently. Please, Jamie, can you just forgive me?
I asked for an apology from you, Carlo. Not this shallow and heartless BS. When I'm done spending quality time with my family here, I'll get to work on the divorce papers. So until then, can you sit tight and be quiet for me? I'm really excited to relax at this amazing resort that I picked out. And I don't need to keep having my phone go off about something that's entirely your fault.
Wait, please don't do this, Jamie. There has to be another way.
See you never, Carlo. From there, I went ahead and turned off all notifications from Carlo and ignored him. I was then able to meet up with my mom, dad, and my sister, and the 4 of us were able to enjoy the resort while eating amazing food and drinking lots of alcohol. I guess it really is the most fun when you go on trips with those you can love and trust. After our stay at the resort was over, I went home with both of my parents, and there I got in touch with a lawyer to start working on the divorce. I started showing all the evidence I had of Carlo cheating on me with Quinn, and the whole meeting with my lawyer went by smoother than butter. Both Carlo and his parents came to my parents' house begging for me to not go through with the divorce, but I was going to have it and made sure to divorce Carlo while also getting a settlement from both him and Quinn. And what do you know? 2 months after the divorce, Carlo and Quinn got married to one another. But when it came to Quinn, she may have been a really good lover to Carlo, but as his wife, she was a no-go. And once again, due to cheating, the relationship they had went cold in half a year. Then Carlo tried to get back in touch with me, trying to get me to come back to his side and marry him. But by that point in time, I was with another man that my older sister had introduced me to. And when I told him I was already married, he shut up and would never talk to me again after that. I really hope he realizes nobody's going to want him around them when he thinks it's all right to invite another woman on a family trip with his wife and parents. Luckily for me, I have a new husband now who is both really kind to me and treats me as though I'm his equal. And from here on, I'm going to forget about that idiot ex of mine and put all my head into thinking about my true love.